At CBS News 24/7, federal immigration agents detained more than 450 people at a Hyundai manufacturing site just west of Savannah, Georgia. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives said multiple agencies helped carry out this operation. Authorities claim it was connected to an investigation over unlawful employment practices. The 3,000-acre site has only been operational for a year. Let's go live now to CBS News immigration and politics reporter Camilo Montoya-Galvez. Camilo, thank you for your time today. This raid happened at one of Georgia's largest and most high-profile manufacturing sites. So what does it tell you about the strategy of ICE when it comes to immigration?
Good morning, Mugo. Officials say that according to the Department of Homeland Security, nearly 500 people suspected of working and living in the U.S. illegally were detained during this operation, which officials say could be the largest single-site operation ever conducted in the history of Homeland Security investigations, a branch of the Department of Homeland Security that deals with labor trafficking and other immigration-related crimes. According to officials, multiple agencies were involved in this operation, including Border Patrol, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, the ATF, the IRS, the FBI, and also the DEA. That really underscores, Mugo, the government-wide nature of the Trump administration's crackdown on illegal immigration. Most of the detainees, according to officials, are nationals of Korea. Let's take a listen to how one ICE official described the operation.
This was not an immigration operation where agents went into the premises, rounded up folks, and put them on buses. This has been a multi-month criminal investigation where we have developed evidence, conducted interviews, gathered documents, and presented that evidence to the court in order to obtain a judicial search warrant. Yesterday, we executed that search warrant and gathered additional evidence that will support this investigation. There are no criminal charges being announced today, but this is an ongoing matter.
And Mugo, we should underscore that the Trump administration, since the president took office for a second time, has already conducted several large-scale immigration enforcement operations at work sites across the country, including at a meatpacking plant in Nebraska and a horse racetrack in Louisiana.
And Camilo, Hyundai is a South Korean company, so any response so far from the Korean government about this?
Yes, indeed, Mugo. A spokesperson for the South Korean government said in part, and I quote, "The economic activities of our companies investing in the U.S. and the rights and interests of our nationals must not be unfairly violated." So clearly, the government of South Korea wants the U.S. to respect the due process rights and the legal rights of the people from their country who are now facing deportation. We are told by officials, Mugo, that most of those detainees have been moved to a detention center in Georgia, where they are being processed for deportation.
Camilo, I want to pivot to some of your own original reporting. A Navy base in Chicago could be used to accommodate federal agents ahead of a possible federal deployment. What more can you tell us about that?
Well, Mugo, we obtained an internal Department of Homeland Security memo that shows the Trump administration asked the Secretary of Defense to allow a naval base in Illinois to be used as a staging area of sorts for a large-scale immigration operation campaign in the Chicago area in the coming days and weeks. We are told by Homeland Security officials that some Border Patrol and ICE agents have begun moving into this facility known as the Great Lakes Naval Station, about an hour north of Chicago, as well as equipment that is staging there is also arriving to that base. And we are told that these operations in Chicago could start as soon as today and this weekend. This is part, of course, of a broader Trump administration effort to really crack down on so-called sanctuary cities by sending more manpower and resources to target people who are suspected of being in the country illegally. The administration, as you know, is also targeting these cities with lawsuits and threats to withhold federal funding, Mugo.
Camilo Montoya-Galvez, as always, thank you so much for your reporting.